Now, going over to the cultural podcast, you have the Jaguar marketing leader. Well, turns out to be a woke BLM activist, as well as proudly saying how he started several DEI initiatives. This comes as Jaguar has one of the worst rebrands since maybe Pepsi Clear, or more recently Bud Light, which, in terms of a negative ROI, return on investment, I mean, you can't get worse than Alyssa Heiderschald, who was the VP of marketing at Bud Light, or Anheuser-Busch, in which they paid Dylan Mulvaney $185,000 to lose a subsequent $1.2 billion in Bud Light sales. I mean, that has to be the most negative ROI in history that didn't put a company out of business. I mean, it also took what used to be the number one beer for 20 consecutive years in a row down to, I think it's second or third now. With even the great Shane Gillis, maybe I don't even think he can bring him back to their former sales glory. And yeah, with the recent presidential and cultural, culturally speaking, the majority of Americans did vote for Donald Trump. A lot of businesses thought this is a sign that, wokeness is gone. People aren't buying that, so to say. So I'm pretty shocked that Jaguar decided anyway to lean into this bizarre behavior and marketing. And when you look at the guy, you won't be too surprised. He looks just as someone from San Francisco might look. Although, interestingly enough, his hair is not colored in some neon, color. That was a little curveball for me. I'm not gonna lie. Now, this comes to us thanks to Oil London, in which he says, "quote The man behind Jaguar's new woke rebrand is a BLM supporting, and that is actually not the Bureau of Land Management, which is a federal government entity. Which shoot, they probably cut that. I don't know how much good they do these days." But it's actually a Black Lives Matter. So this individual is not passionate about the Bureau of Land Management, which is a government entity. Debatably, no, they probably don't do anything important. But all seriousness, quote, "The man behind Jaguar's new woke rebrand is a BLM supporting American designer who bragged about establishing over 15 DEI groups at the car maker. Santino Pietrosanti previously boasted about his push for diversity at Jaguar." And as of course funny as he is, I believe the youth would call him a soy boy. He was for sure one of the white guys for Kamala. Say that much. Now, this is a quote from him apparently saying, quote, "We're passionate about our people and we're committed to fostering a diverse, inclusive, and unified culture that is representative of not only the people who use our product, but in a society in which we all live." Which, if you're going all EV, maybe, but traditional Jaguars, which used to be works of art, some even had a manual transmission and a big old V8 or sometimes even bigger engines. But yeah, funny how when they talk about diversity and inclusion, they never talk about like Christians or Catholics, anything like that. Of course not. And you can see the juxtaposition of him as well as the first commercial, which you have the man or woman, non-binary African American individual who has a fro with a 90-degree wedge chopped off, almost as if it's an Atari 2600 character rudimentary rendered. And then you have a picture of him, which, yeah, and a half. Look, I've never seen a. So he's a guy wearing a what's this? A denim t-shirt that's buttoned up? What the hell? I've never seen that before. And I'm, of course, a fashion aficionado wearing the best suit always. That's funny because it's the same suit every day. But all seriousness, he has a dog that looks very scared. And I don't want to say he looks creepy, but yeah, no, I will. He looks pretty creepy. And that's coming from me. That's saying something. Yeah, the soulless, weird. Definitely the leftist eyes, so to say. Though, shockingly, damn near perfect teeth. But I partially digress. Now, this went pretty darn viral. Got 5 million views as well as 50,000 likes. Could we make it 51,000 perhaps? No, but we did like it nevertheless. Now, one of the first comments comes from Gunther Eagleman, who says, quote, "Makes sense, getting 1.6 thousand likes." Common Sense Report says, quote, "Jaguar went woke, Jaguar goes bankrupt, getting 22,000 likes." Now, that being said, well, I like it, but I mean, I don't think so, because they're owned by the Chinese. I forget the parent company name at the moment. They also own Range Rover. I don't think China's going to let the brand die, even if their sales go to zero. The past 5 years, their sales have been decreasing with a moderate, like 2,000 increase from last year to this year. Everything else, I mean, they're selling less than 50,000 units, which, again, they're not a major manufacturer in terms of like, they're not a Honda or Toyota. They're not going for a volume business. But like 5 years ago, they were making almost 100,000 vehicles. Like, their sales trajectory is going down lately. And yeah, I don't think this is going to turn that trend around. In terms of business ineptitudes, Jaguar, they have so much crap on the dealership lots not selling that they decided to shut down production for about a year. They're like, we're going to take a pause or vacation. Never in the history of cars have I ever heard that happen before. They have so much inventory not moving that, yeah, basically they went on vacation for a year. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever heard that? That's almost unfathomably bad. Third Rifty says, let's see here. You did a good keep your what do you call it, earmuffs on for the children. Says, quote, well, he did a good job rebranding Jaguar as Jaguar, getting 26,000 likes. Whoa. Going down more and more, you have the Lincoln Trader saying, good God, I almost contemplating buying a Jaguar I-Pace. I like the car for a long time. Thankfully, they exposed themselves as pedos. I never want to be associated with that brand, getting 3,000 likes. Product Conservator says, another Dylan Mulvaney sending a well-known brand into woke oblivion, never to recover. When will they learn? Getting 7.2 thousand likes, which, I mean, maybe they'll come back with... Now, Jaguar, debatable. Is any brand really beyond salvage? Now, in terms of saving Jaguar, what they could do, which they won't, but they could come out with a sports car with a V8 or bigger gas engine with a manual transmission. They have Shane Gillis as a spokesman. I'm only partially kidding. I mean, they could. I mean, they from the James Bond Died Another Day. That's a really cool Jaguar. They could have, if they were to do that, bring that back. Good old V8 or bigger engine than that. Oh, bigger the better when it comes to those engines. But I mean, they won't. We'll scroll down a little bit more. Is anyone cheering for Jaguar? Let's see here. Total Titter says, oh dear, and it looks like an analyst with the stock going down. It says, oh, what the F have I done? Gave 1.1 thousand likes. Lemon says he's passionate, all right. Try ruining a brand, a business in record-breaking time. Gave 1.9 thousand likes. The gay conservative, or no, the gay Republican rather, says, I'm gay and this is way too gay for me. LOL, gave 1.3 thousand likes. Ooh, fun AI picture from TTL America says, save the cat. There's a cute little Jaguar just trying to bite into a can of Bud Light, getting 417 likes. Let's see. R. Lee says, nothing says buy an exclusive and expensive car like a commercial that shows a weird group of humans and not a single car. 159, let's make 160 likes. Yeah, they also never showed the actual car. It's basically a really crappy fashion show on Mars. That's how I kind of described it. EP says, F that dude, there's not a single woke part in my 1994 XJS, which that does look like a pretty cool Jaguar. Not, you're never going to beat the very original, which, again, the curves and engine on that thing were magnificent. But this is pretty cool. Got 216 likes back when Jaguars made good cars. Trump Gunner says, now we have the left Jaguar cars for the DEI to buy, and we moved over to the car that basically other car brands, especially Tesla, getting 86 likes. James Edwards says, Jaguar stood for timeless sophistication and British engineering at its finest. Redesigning it through the lens of activism has disconnected them from its heritage and audience. True, getting 475, so making 476 likes. Which, I mean, that being said, they've always been a joke when it comes to reliability, but again, they made some really cool sports cars throughout the years. Not anymore. Keith Ainsworth says, I've had a Jaguar for years. I think it's time to rethink my choice. Getting 368 likes. Now, that being said, if you want something from across the pond, as the Brits might say, you want luxury? Shoot, I would love to get an Aston Martin with a stick shift. A V12 with a stick shift, hand-built. They know their customers. They respect their customers. They listen to their customers. Businesses, you would think, would do this more often. Unfortunately, they seem to be not. Let's see. Greg says 15 different DEI groups. Their car quality was already shit. This is the end of that brand, getting 568 likes, which, yeah, 15 different DEI groups in the company. Of all the things you could be doing with your time and resource allocation from automaker manufacturing perspective, one thing you probably put some more time into like reliability. Because again, that's always been one of the Achilles heel of a Jaguar, or well, shoot, let's be honest, most British vehicles anyway. But yeah, of all the things you'd be focusing on, probably do things that would take care of the customer. That'd probably be best. We're scrolling down, still no contrarian statements. Freedom Ninja says, if you want a brand to die, send in a DEI expert, getting 506 likes. Colton Stillee says, Jaguar has gone woke. Thankfully, they will go broke, getting 969 likes. 970 now. Jim Body says, this will not end well for Jaguar, getting 832 likes. Now, I think, especially short term, their sales are going to crash. Not just because of this, but also because they're going to EVs, which is a different type of prospective client. And I mean, the sales cycle for those are usually much longer. So you're trying to convert someone to an EV. It happens, but the number of dealership visits is usually almost double. I was gonna say, I'm glad I'm not selling EVs because it's not easy. No context reply guy says, is he sure this will help him sell more cars? There's a comic strip, and the guy says, behold our newest campaign. And it's two men two gentlemen kissing, and below the kiss says tasty and a hamburger, and the other guy says, are you sure this will help sell more burgers? And the original guy goes, burgers? He's 77 likes, which yeah, you'd think they focus more on the actual product. Don't see them doing it anytime soon. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any contrarian comments here. Catherine Cheyang, which for some I keep thinking it's China. It's actually India that owns them. Catherine Cheyang says Jaguar is owned by Tata Group, an Indian conglomerate owned by the Tata family. Let the Indian Tata family deal with this. I mean, they also own Land Rover. Got 89 likes. Oh, here we go. The OG person of killing brands, Alyssa Heiderchild. It says breaking Bud Light marketing VP Alyssa Heiderchild now identifies as unemployed. I got 5,247 likes on his original post. 42 likes here, which I should probably get a good job at the Democrat Party somewhere. But yeah, not seeing anyone, not a single person saying this is a good idea or this guy's awesome. Let's see here. Well, no one. Now, again, it's hard to, sometimes it could be, you have to be very careful when it comes to single variable analysis. I see that because someone's posting a stock ticker of Tata Motors, which went down about 12% past couple days. Again, that being said, there's more than one variable. This is a big one, but I'm not sure how much could you directly attribute to this? Because again, this hasn't affected sales yet. Don't get me wrong, culturally speaking, they're still basically dragging their brand through a mud pile. Don't get me wrong, they'll probably increase sales in San Francisco. Probably, yeah, absolutely. But again, the average consumer, I think most people are rejecting this, as we see in the comments here. But let me know, do you think, I mean, yeah, not a single positive comment here. Yeah, let me know. Do you think long term will this actually profit Jaguar? I mean, culturally speaking, they're getting roasted. And again, there's a lot of competition when it comes to EVs. More and more companies make them. Well, make them more reliably too. But let me know your thoughts are in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.